making their way any way that they can, the way that there's more and the more than the law will allow. It really does sound in my head when I say Pietà. I think of someone appearing on stage like Tallulah Bankhead saying, addressing a character Peter and saying, Pietà. Or Betty Davis, where she's married to Pietà. Pietà, doesn't it sound grandiose? It's a famous sculpture. And the only way I can really have anything to say about the Pietà is to describe the way that a professor of theology did. I never took a class from him because he terrified me. Although I did help to edit a sermon that he just gave. So I collaborated with him, as it turns out. The way this professor described different theologians was through works of art. I think mostly visual. Maybe music? I don't know, because I didn't take his class because I was terrified of him. I did take classes from other professors who terrified me. There were a few I didn't want to take classes from because I was taking classes from these others. So I figured, I can't have a full lineup of terror. And he was teaching a lot of Methodists. Methodists hate Presbyterians. They hate Calvinism. Hate it. Hate it. They'll say things like, what about the Calvin tulip? Okay, Calvin didn't know the flower, the tulip, because Western Europe had not yet had that full encounter with the Ottomans. The things that tulip stands for, like total depravity and utter destruction, and I don't even know what the things are. This would not have been a mnemonic device that someone who spoke Latin, Greek, and French would have used. This professor was teaching a lot of persons who were going for ordination in the United Methodist Church. So when he got to Calvin, his students weren't necessarily ready to go with him. And the way he described Calvin was by showing the Pietà with Mary holding the body of her slain son. And he said, this is how Calvin sees God holding the body of the world.